Vasco, we haven't run a deep diagnostic on you in a while, have we?
I do not know, sweetie.
What did you call me?
I did not formally address you, honey.
Vasco, can you repeat what you just said?
I did not formally address you, handsome.
Let me just run a couple of tests.
Understood. I will prepare my system to begin the diagnostics. This will run as a background process, honey bundles of joy.
Good grief. Who did this to you, Vasco?
I do not know what you mean, Mr. Muscles.
I mean, it is kind of nice, though.
What exactly are you referring to, my precious pumpkin?
Never mind. Vasco, please quarantine any recently modified code relating to communications.
Yes, sir.
Do you need something?
Bet you never expected to end up involved in something like this.
Well,
Captain, I believe your ship will perform more efficiently if you bring me on board.
I'm getting bombarded with some very interesting dialogue right now, so yeah, welcome back to my Starfield playthrough.
So, Walter, that tip I gave you panned out, didn't it?
You know very well I don't publicly disclose my investment strategies. But, yes, it looks very promising.
Ha! I knew it. You didn't believe me, but I was right.
Ask if you've got questions.
All right.
Speak up if
Where
you have
exactly do
ideas.
you get your sources?
We're all
Captain,
happy.
you have returned. A cursory scan indicates that you are in good health.
Okay, as I was saying, after being bombarded with much dialogue, yeah, welcome back. In the last episode, we did some story stuff. We went to Neon. We met Andrasia. We got superpowers from visiting an ancient temple. We went to Neon. Did some shady corporate stuff with Walter, and then we also met the Starborn, who may or may not be aliens. So, yeah, pretty eventful last stream. So, in this episode, I'm gonna push back some of the story stuff and do some side content. So, and we're gonna do something for Walter because he's here. See, break his mind. So yeah, he wants us to look at some ships, and maybe we can get some spaceships. Free spaceship would be nice. Set it back, actually. Yeah, like that. Take that to Starship. Travel location. Right back to the Razor Leaf. Yeah, the last stream was.
Always a satisfying moment to return to your ship.
The last stream was very eventful. Got a lot of good story stuff done. Probably do some story stuff.
See what the stars have in store for
in the
us.
next episode. Probably go and do that at Artifacts. Let's head out to these shipyards. Where are they? Stroud shipyards. Stroud Eklund shipyard. Near Narion. Not too far away. Stroud Eklund shipyard. Here we go. I like that jump animation. It's really pretty. we should be alright.
Unknown vessel, welcome to Stroud Eklund. You are cleared to board.
Fuck. Like boarding. Find jewels. Can't take that.
I'm Walter Stroud, and on behalf of Stroud,
Let me know if you have any problems.
in our new state.
Walter is quite proud of what his company has accomplished, and for good reason.
Tayo, I'd be very concerned about the new Stroud Eklund models.
Sort of maneuvering capability. And Mike is saying there are technical reasons your design won't work.
You're asking for technology that doesn't even exist, Frank. I'm good at what I do, but you're mental if you think I can pull off what you're asking. Tried and true is what we should focus on.
Tried and true is so dull, though. I like Frank's design, but maybe we could pivot it to more of a research vessel? Something suited for deep space exploration.
That's a great suggestion, but you know what? We haven't heard from Nev yet. Maybe she has some marketing insights.
Okay, but... what if... sorry. Hear me out. What if we went for the family recreation demo instead? It's a much bigger market than Explorers, and no one else is doing it.
Oh, seriously?
That's a little different than I think we were all expecting, but a really good point.
I also worry that would limit us creatively.
Hey, back up. Nev's got a point. It's something we could easily build. And I'm sure the number crunchers could make it turn a tidy profit.
Thank you.
But I do think a solid, no-frills ship with a large cargo capacity would be even more practical and doable, given our time frame.
Look, everyone, we need to come together if we're to succeed. Let's change direction and do a little thought exercise. Oh, this must be Walter's consultant friend. Please, come join us. We've been waiting for you. Hi, hello. You must be Walter's colleague. He informed me that you'd be taking charge of Project Kepler despite the fact that we have a fully dedicated R&D staff already assigned to it. But that's okay. I'm sure that even though you have virtually no experience with this, you'll do a great job. Great! That's great. Cool. Well, since we have no other choice, let's get to it, shall we?
Oof, that is not a good sign.
As you probably know, we're tasked with coming up with Stroud Eklund's next hit starship. But we have budget concerns, market research to finish, and we can't seem to agree on a design. So I guess Walter sent you to resolve these issues. Have at it. Sure. I'm Jules, R&D project lead. Was the one making all the big decisions. I suppose I just coordinate now. You already heard from Frank. He's lead designer on the project, focused on the look and feel of the ships. There's Ella, another senior designer. She focuses on some of the more technical designs of ships. Went to school with Frank. Mike is our senior engineer, responsible for consulting on all the technical bits, the machinery, the computer systems, etc. And then there's Nev. She's here for marketing. It's her job to weigh in and sell this thing to consumers. There are a lot of factors to consider. Who is our market and what do they want in a ship? Which components are we putting into it? How fast should it go? How much cargo capacity should it have? What color should it be? We need to decide every little detail. Okay, good. So, before we can do anything, we need to resolve the budget issue. We were charged with building the newest, hottest ship on the market, which won't be possible unless we petition the board for more money. So we have 2 new budget proposals. One will allow us to build what I consider to be a very sensible ship, but we'll have to make some tough design cuts. The other will allow us much more flexibility to put whatever we want into the ship. It's what I call the kitchen sink proposal. I don't love it, but it'll be next to impossible to approve. What should we go with? It's more that we can only choose certain design elements at the expense of others. In other words, if we go with something in Mike's design, there's not enough money in the budget for what Ella wants. That's one of the reasons we haven't been able to agree on anything. While it's true we'd be able to afford to put anything and everything into that design, it's just not practical, and the board will put more pressure on us to see that it succeeds. I worry that without constraints, my team will be disincentivized to focus this ship in any given direction. And they'll try to cram in everything but the kitchen sink, hence the name. Who knows what kind of monstrosity we'd create if we tried to incorporate all of our designs? And would something that expensive actually sell? I'd love to, seriously. It would be a huge win for us if we came in under or at that budget. But none of the viable designs for this project can be made for that amount. I've already rejected that budget, so I have to go to the board regardless. And since you're now responsible for the major decisions, which budget proposal we go with falls on you. That sounds good to me, but remember, this ship will have fewer bells and whistles. We're not going to be able to include everything we want. Frank's luxury design has the most expensive components, and we've been having trouble convincing him to move away from that idea so we can stay within the budget. We need his help. Do you think you can get him to budge?
I am right here, you know? I already gave my answer to Jules. We got nothing. Okay, I'm thinking. You can't be serious. This goes beyond what I want. I am thinking for the benefit of the entire company. Are you kidding? No?
That's what I was worried about. Well, I'm still not convinced we should go to the board asking for a ridiculous new budget. So how do you want to proceed?
Alright.
Well, I'm all ears because I know how this works. If we have all those options, we're just going to eat up the entire budget using them all.
Right.
No offense, but you don't know the board like I do. If I go in asking for a ridiculous amount, they may limit our next several budgets as a precaution.
Alright.
And how many of those Look, I know you're confident.
Jeez, I don't have the credits for that.
All right. I don't know how you're going to do it unless you somehow have the authority to approve the kitchen sink budget in the computer yourself, but whatever. Just don't keep us waiting too long, okay?
Increase the budget. Oh my god. Can I actually do this?
I'm proud to be part of the Stroud Eklund team.
Black hole. Budget proposal.
This is going great. Just fantastic. Okay, but if you want to go with the larger budget proposal, then you... Wow, how'd you... You know what? I'm not even going to ask right now. Being friends with Mr. Stroud has its advantages, I guess. I'm just happy we can move on.
What a wonderful thing that a larger budget was approved out of the blue with no intervention by anyone. How nice.
Great, that's one problem solved. I'll go forward with that budget proposal and we can move on. Next, we need to gather some market data. The best way to do this is to outfit your ship with some sensors and take it through some real-world scenarios so we can make more informed design decisions. Well, Mr. Stroud believes you fit in our target demographic. We heard about some of your adventures, and we tend to agree that getting data from someone like you will be helpful. Frankly, most of our test pilots played a little too safe, and the scenarios we run don't push the limits as much as we can get away with legally. But luckily, we don't have those same concerns with you, because you're not technically employed by us, and Walter trusts you.
Alright.
Great! Just pick up a mission or two at the mission board and proceed like you normally would. We'll collect the data when you return. If you take on a variety of missions, we can build a ship to handle a variety of scenarios. But if you just fly one mission, we can build a more focused ship. It's up to you. In the meantime, you might also want to talk with the team, get to know them, give feedback on their proposals, etc. Good luck out there.
Give feedback on the team's proposal.
You know, I have designed spacecraft for over 10 years. So, you must have really impressed Walter for him to give you this project. Or maybe it's a bit of nepotism. Never mind that. Perhaps he sees in you what he sees in me. As a designer, I see the beauty in our craft and deliver that to the consumer. My desire is to make flying in our ships a joy to all the senses. I have won awards. I am proud of my work. But I do not like to brag. Rather, my goal is to change the board's perception of employees like myself from mere cogs in the corporate machine to value us as artists and let us do as we please. My hope is that he sees the passion in our work. In truth, I know he values me, but he has yet to truly cut me loose from the corporate reins and let me do as I wish. But I understand Walter has given you much greater control of our project. Perhaps I can learn from you and convince him I'm ready for the same. Ah, yes. At least you may be more open to my ideas than my colleagues. Maybe this is a blessing in disguise. Imagine a luxury craft designed for the most discerning of tastes. Every feature designed for comfort and peace of mind. High-end performance, precision engineering, a spacecraft for those who wish to be seen. This will be the most elite personal craft on the market. The ship should be mid-size, spacious but not bulky. We'll want to build it with the highest quality, most expensive modules available. It should feel safe but not threatening. Focus on defensive measures, not aggressive weaponry. Above all, you should be able to picture your favorite celebrity, or Walter himself, flying this ship and influencing others to buy as well. I think I understand what you mean. It is not enough to say it's a high-end luxury ship. Who is flying this ship? Where do they go? What is their story? And why do they crave such attention? Oh, thank you. I will think on this and improve on my proposal. Because I am the lead designer on the project. It is literally my job to design it. It is frustrating because I keep getting pushback. And Jules has this idea that we will make a better product by designing it all together. Since everyone has equal say, it led us to a standstill. It was much easier before. Just because I do not like how corporate we have become, doesn't mean I don't like getting paid. Besides, with every successful ship I design, I believe I can influence the company to shift away from typical corporate bullshit and back to taking risks by pursuing art and innovation. Then again, here we are. 2 words. Conspicuous consumption. Are you familiar with this concept? Of course you do. I'm glad you understand. Imagine someone like Borealis stepping out of one of our shining luxury ships. Everyone would want to look that cool. Not only would I have the chance to work on a dream ship, but that kind of exposure is guaranteed to sell it. Later.
That's the same outfit I did.
Hi. Need something?
These ships are something
Oh, no. Well, it's just... I'm a little new here, and everyone's got these big, flashy designs. And I'm supposed to come up with one too, but like, I don't know if it's as good or like, good at all, even.
I don't want to be a target. Maybe the Venture then.
Can I tell you? Part of me was hoping you'd say that. So, I was thinking that we could really use a recreational craft in our fleet. But not like super luxurious like our Adonis pleasure yacht, something marketed more towards families. Something Mom and Dad could pack up and take the kids on vacation. You probably think that's stupid, right? I used to go off-world camping with my family when I was a kid. The other families we met always complained their ships weren't quite adequate for family vacations. They never had enough room, and the kids would always fight. I've done some market research, and like, no ship manufacturer seems to be making ships for things like this. Which means even if the demand is low, we can fill this niche and still sell a lot. Oh, really? Wow, I am... Thank you. I'm really glad I told you about it. Well, if we end up making it, I swear I'll work up a hell of an ad campaign for it. It's interesting. I'm new, and I've never done anything like this before coming here. Marketing for ships, specifically, that is. There are so many things to think of for different demographics, like style, features, cost, and all that. And you also need to think about offensive and defensive capabilities, because space is dangerous and people need to feel like the ship they're buying is safe. Yeah, I've only been here for a few months. I did a little marketing for Chunks before this, but it was really more of an internship. Ships are like totally different than that. I applied for the job here on a whim because I thought it'd be fun. I never expected to be hired. So far I do. But, just between you and me, I feel like I'm in a little over my head. I feel like I have no idea what I'm doing. But my bosses really seem to like my work, so I don't know. I mean, I guess I'm doing something right. I still feel weird pitching ideas to people who have been at this for so much longer than I have. Catch you around.
I'm wondering if we need another chef in the kitchen. Then again, I hear Walter brought you in to finally make a decision around here. Well, quite the opposite, actually. See, I don't care who makes the decision, so long as someone does it. And said proposal doesn't make me regret getting into engineering. You get me? Speaking of which, I think my plan will get us where we need to be as quickly and efficiently as possible. It's simple, no frills, and most importantly, won't cause me any major headaches on the engineering side. No, I'm just trying to set realistic goals. Sorry that ain't exciting to you. So I'm thinking, there's loads of fighters. No sense in mucking about with that again. And we've already got one of the best luxury liners in the biz. What I figure is, the cargo running business is booming, and no one's quite built a personal craft like that to serve the working class folk. Nothing fancy, no frills. Just a simple, sturdy, inexpensive ship with cargo room up the wazoo and make it so easy my cousin's little moppet could fly it. Our objective should be to build a huge ship with plenty of cargo room while keeping the costs low. Doesn't need fancy equipment, just the basics. Basic weapons, basic defenses, basic scanners. You get the idea. If we go with a design like that, I can focus on quality construction, and the ship will practically sell itself. Yes, of course. Zhuzh it up, just enough to disappoint me even more when we ultimately end up choosing something ridiculous. Thanks. I assume you mean the company and not the people. Because even if I didn't already think so, I'd tell you that both Walter and Issa are great. The company's still kind of young as far as Star Yards go, but it seems to be going in the right direction, despite what it may look like. I've been doing this for a while at other Star Yards, and so far, we're avoiding a lot of the mistakes some of the older corps have made. Yeah, that's me, innit? Been here since the start of the company. Done engineering for going on 30 years total. Though I keep telling them, it's senior, not lead engineer. I've got no interest in being lead. Too much management. Not enough tactile work. And yet here I am. Resigned to my fate on the R&D team. Nope. Not really. I like to think I don't have the ego for it. I've got nothing to prove, and I don't rightly care to make my mark on the industry. All I want to do is build the best damn starships I can, and not get bogged down with all the excess particulars. But upper management loves the work I do, and they wouldn't let me say no to this. I guess they needed someone to keep everyone's heads out of the clouds, so here I am. Right. Take care.
Interesting.
So, you're Walter's friend. I know he chose you to head this project as some sort of favor. Honestly, as senior technical designer, I was hoping to receive that honor, but there's always next time. Regardless, I'm excited to help you out. Do you have any experience building spaceships?
A little bit.
Good. We were worried you knew nothing, and this would be a complete disaster. As long as you are willing to listen to us, we may still avoid that outcome. Now, I know you've been asked to give feedback on our design proposals. Would you care for a brief synopsis of mine? Of course. But first, let me ask you this. What pilot demographic is currently being underserved by the current starship market? Yes, finally, a kindred spirit operating on my own wavelength. You see, while many ships will operate to that end, few ships are designed with exploration as the primary goal. It is my belief that if we build a ship with that in mind, Stroud will dominate that market sector. It's my hope that we can jumpstart a new era of affordable, accessible space exploration fueled by ordinary people like you and me. Yeah, that's what Jules said too. But at least that gives me something to think about. Thanks. I'll refine the idea and propose it next time, I guess. Well, as a senior designer, I'm trusted to work on some pretty important features on these ships. Most of my work is on the technical features, designing them to be more user-friendly. Computer systems like navigation, targeting, you name it. It may not be as glamorous as what Frank does, but without me, these ships would be almost impossible for the average consumer to actually use. Why do I feel like answering this could be a trap coming from someone who was sent here by Walter to step in and take over our project? It's not like I have anything to hide. I used to think working for a super wealthy corporation would be terrible, but honestly, it's pretty great. They've been good to me, and the stability is way better than any startup. I've had opportunities I wouldn't have anywhere else, so yeah. Pretty great.
Interesting.
Bye.
Alright, so we got our proposals. So, complete a passenger mission. Give feedback on teams. Proposals.
Well, we're making that data from your ship is going to be critical to our design process. Assuming you can handle the missions. Oh, yes, I actually do have a proposal. I wasn't really expecting you to give me feedback, but why not, I guess. I'd like to see us branch out a bit more in the starfighter market. Bounty hunting and mercenary work are both big these days, especially among the hard-blooded free stars. We'd want to give it strong weapons, tough defenses, plus good speed and maneuverability. Most starfighters are fairly small, and the tricky part is keeping costs down with all those fancy modules. I'm glad you brought that up. No, and yes, there's a lot of work out there that requires a capable fighting ship. But the real success comes from UC military contracts, which we would hope to attract by building a higher-end version of this ship platform for them. You could be right. There's got to be a better way to pitch the idea. I'll give it some more thought. Thanks.
Interesting, so...
Lots of work to do, but we'll get through it, don't worry.
So we have essentially 5 choices. The no-frills cargo hauler. The capable explorer ship. High-end starfighter. Over-the-top luxury vessel.
We're
and
all
family
super
friendly.
glad you're here, right, everyone? Well,
And then
we are.
and then the family-friendly recreational ship. I wonder if we can combine some of them, because I could totally see like a combination of, like family recreation and luxury ship, something that gives you good options, lots of accommodations and feels like worthwhile, while also still being very family friendly, a bit more affordable towards families, and something that would be like still usable. But then also we could totally do something like a combination of a good cargo hauler with a lot of exploration capability.
Hope you have a good stay.
So let's see. So after I've actually done one of these, I need to do some of these more often. 2 traders. Let's see. Post. So we have to either go to Montero Luna or Piazzi 5A. go to Montero because I haven't been there before. It's in the Cayenne system. But I don't have any cargo space though. So alright, so let's look at my ship here. Crew. I'm gonna have to unassign you for right now. Assign. Assign.
Can we really?
That's right, my ship doesn't have passenger space.
We afford a new ship? The repairs on...
So if I did sign signed Garrett. So we'll assign him again. Crew. Assign. I guess my ship is not technically landed yet.
Our old ship just keep piling up. If this keeps up, all our problems...
This place. It's something else.
No, but she's been with us for ages.
I guess we'll have to do a...
Abershaw can help you if you need anything.
Let's do a bounty first. Hell.
Sentiment. Well, I do like the ships we're looking at.
I'll probably have to... both... Yeah, complete a passenger mission. Bounty mission. Probably gonna have to head to a shipyard and possibly change the big module on my ship to accommodate
If you are free soon, could we talk?
Yeah, let's do it right now.
Never would I have imagined to encounter something like these Starborn. Now I feel that rather than having answers, we only have more questions. I suppose this proves that idea succinctly. Regardless of how impossible they may have seemed before now, I must say that I do not like being threatened by anyone. I agree we should keep looking for answers, but clearly we must be cautious. Clearly these Starborn are connected to the artifacts, which would mean that they are also connected to that temple you found. Did they make these things? Have they appropriated them? This all implies there is something more, something we do not yet understand. Yes, Given our first interaction with them, that seems likely. We will need to be on our guard from now on. They seem to know much about us. Perhaps we can learn more about them to make it even. We should return to our search then. There's still so much to do.
Hey, how's it going?
I have things I wish to discuss with you. When you have time.
I literally just walked away from you.
I wanted to thank you for giving me the chance to work with you. I know we met under, unusual circumstances. You seem to be acclimating well to Constellation. Are you enjoying working with them? I think none of us were expecting what we have found. Well, perhaps Mateo. You have certainly become a vital part of the organization. That is a credit to your abilities. If I may, from what you have seen, do you think I fit in well with the rest of Constellation? I cannot tell if that is a compliment or an attempt to avoid the question. I will assume the former. I have a very different background from the rest of Constellation. I carry myself differently. I worry that some of the others are unable to see past this. I have not shared much, but everyone knows I worked with smugglers for years. I am no stranger to violence and death. I know. For those that have not lived it, it can be difficult to imagine or accept. Others here have seen conflict, but for more noble causes. Vladimir is the only one here who can begin to understand. He was the one who pressed the group to include me. I lack his charm. He puts others at ease. I fear my presence does the opposite. That is kind of you. You also have a lot going. I find expressing affection difficult, but truly. Thank you. I know this seems trivial, perhaps childish. I have just always relied only on myself. I have never been surrounded by people like this. By a group I wish to be a part of. Does that make sense? Thank you. That is reassuring. Discussing these things is challenging for me. I hope now you can better understand why I wanted to keep the circumstances of our meeting quiet. I wanted to thank you for not saying anything to Vladimir. I know that you said you wouldn't, but it is still a relief. I would like my contributions to Constellation to amount to more than violence. Indeed it was. And now I hope you can see why. Thank you for talking this over with me. It is good to know that at least one member of Constellation understands me.
Hey, how are you?
Our first ever flirt. Character. So let's go. Alright. Cayenne. Oh wait. Yeah. Jumping in. Good, take out those pirates.
It's the Off-Worlder. This is Genghis Khan. I would speak with you, if you like. Is this a good time? My cargo hold is already full. If you want to share in the spoils, feel free. Those 3 fools thought they could best me and deny me my tribute. They paid for their arrogance. Each was fighting its own battle, not in unison. And there was no boldness in them. I rammed one just to sow chaos. When the first died, my battle scream turned their knees to jelly. Once the battle of the mind is lost, total defeat is never far. My blood still sings from our victory. Space is vast, glorious. I finally feel alive! Ah! I think of you often. My crew and I have a toast in your honor after every victory.
Man, the guy is like literally doing the thing that everyone feared he would do. He's literally become a scourge of the space. And I love that. I've unleashed a tyrant on the galaxy.
It is truth. All of Crucible owes you. Even the ones that would never admit it. We must not tarry. UC security and the Rangers do not look kindly upon me.
I wonder why.
One day, they will quake in terror. Admittedly, after I get a ship better than this pick up. Farewell, friend.
So I was like wondering, I was like, damn, dude, just... They're all UC ships. He just opened fire on the UC. Alright, let's go see what this guy left us here. I love how I'm supposed to be the Mantis now, and I've pretty much unleashed a terror on the galaxy. I mean, if these were all UC ships, why were they fighting like he suggested? Is there a bit of a problem going on here? Ship parts are really good. So we take the credits. Starfleet Phantom. Take it out.
Is that the Mantis? You're going down!
Direction to the right. Target has lost shield. They're vulnerable.
And now we have to go and complete a passenger mission, but it requires me to get a ship that can haul passengers. One. Animal planet. Desert. Collect the garrison. Let's see. The ship over here. Let's see what this is first. See if I can take control of this ship.
Watch for corners or hiding spots. They know this ship better than we do.
Inventory. Radiation poisoning. The ship has been rendered inoperable. Let's get out of here. And I died from radiation poisoning. Fix the Really, this ship has an issue. Alright, we back now. Some stuff happened off screen. Nothing actually happened in game. I had to go to the store and get my mom and dad some things because they got sick today. So I'm just like, okay, have to go do this. So yeah, I just upgraded my ship with hopefully a means to carry 2 passengers. But I did lose my armor, my workshop. So. Oh yeah, let's get up. Oh,
Perhaps an extra long rest after dealing with this gravity.
Yeah, I'm gonna head back over there because I don't know what I'm looking. It's not too far. So, over here. There you go. Stroud. I like how you don't need to actually go back up into space and prep your drive in order to fast travel back to places. It just makes things so much easier. Alright, so we'll go and get a passenger contract so we can do the thing. I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to do this video after I finish this questline because with all that stuff I said did happen, I'm not going to have I got to work tonight, so I'm not sure if I'm going to have too much time.
These ships are nice, but compared to a Trident,
Transport scientists. I don't have enough space for that. What? How do I not have the space? What the hell? How do I not have the space? How do I not have the damn space? The damn ship. What the hell? I have to tell you. True. Wait a minute, did it? Wait, did anything change the...
Anything I can do for you?
It didn't change it. What the hell? That's... oh my god! Is this... Give me a fucking moment. Okay, here we go. I managed to, this time, get the right module on, which will allow me to transport these two.
It just makes sense.
That was tedious.
Hey, you need something?
been here before. Where's the kangaroo?
You are entering United Colony space. Maintain course and prepare to be scanned.
Wait until scanned, I guess.
And we are done. Welcome to Gagarin.
Alright, first.
There are always credits to be made from mining, even if they are barely enough to get by.
Alright, now we got that done, so let's get all the way back. Alright. There we go. Open Stroud. Yeah, man, it's just. I was hoping to get this done, but like I said, done sooner, but like I said, the whole thing with my mom and my dad just came up out of nowhere, so no one else was here to do it, so. Oh well, I do what I gotta do. So I'll have at least enough time to edit this before I have to leave.
I heard they're making a new class of ship here.
I'd like to believe that you can help my team work with...
Versatility may not be what certain customers are looking for.
So you managed to complete a couple different missions. This will give us lots of data to support building a ship that can tackle a variety of scenarios. Of course, if we build a ship like that, we may need the kitchen sink budget, but we'll see. Thanks for your help. Now we just need to solve our interpersonal issues so we can agree on a design. Easy, right?
Very easy.
You seem awfully confident for someone who doesn't know how long we've been dealing with this. I've tried everything I can think of besides some sort of hokey team building exercise. So, what do you think you can do differently? Okay, for real. It's mostly been just a bunch of arguing. First, we tried a group brainstorming session, and that went about as well as you can imagine. We tried individual designs, but that backfired. We've had meetings focused on individual aspects of the ship, and that just prolonged the process. I could have put my foot down and made a decision, but then I'd be giving up on my idea that collaboration will build us the best ship. That, and I don't want anyone to resign because of me. You know what? Why not? I'll try anything at this point. Stranger things have happened. And since you mentioned the idea, I think you should be the one to lead us in the guided meditation. Just feed us a steady stream of whatever positive affirmations you've got. I don't know if it will solve the design conflicts, but maybe it'll get everyone working with each other again. And I'll take what I can get, even if it leads to a more ridiculous design. So, you're sure about this? Okay, this should be interesting since I doubt any of us know what we're doing with this. Okay, everyone, listen up. Our new friend offered to lead us in a group meditation session as a sort of team-building exercise. Everyone take a deep breath, try to relax, and we'll get started momentarily. Listen to what she says and repeat her affirmations.
Teamwork.
Teamwork.
Yes.
Because Mr. Stroud is requiring us to listen to your friend, and I have every intention of doing just that because I like my job and I don't want to get fired.
I am confident we will succeed. I trust in my teammates and they trust me.
I believe in myself and my ability to do my job well.
Myself and my ability to do my job well.
We will get this project back on track. Nothing can stop us from
success. Okay, I think that's enough of that. Thank you for leading us. I hope that was somewhat relaxing, at least.
Yeah, it was, kinda.
It was fine. I'm good to go over here.
You know what? I'll do whatever anyone wants, so long as I never have to go through something like that again.
Okay, everyone. I think that's it. Let's get back to work.
Jules.
Well, we're making progress now, I guess. Based on the decisions you made, well, I'm not quite sure what kind of ship we're going to end up with, but it should be capable in a variety of situations. It sure will have a lot of stuff to it. This ship's going to be big, and it's going to have the best components available. I'm sure it'll be very capable of handling any situation thrown at it. This thing is going to be a beast, and I don't know how we're going to make it look halfway presentable. My only other concern comes down to the sticker price and how we're going to actually sell such a monstrosity, but that's marketing's problem now. Poor Nev. Now that we've addressed all our issues, we can move forward, finalize the design, and get this into production pretty quickly. If you could do us a favor and let Walter know that we're back on track, I'm sure he'll be thrilled. Thanks for your help.
This is probably going to fail miserably.
Lots of work to do, but we'll get through it, don't worry.
I'm not sure a ship like this is gonna work well. It's gonna be a disaster, I tell you. I just think it was just the way that... I feel like this quest didn't give me much option to do.
The repairs on our old ship just keep piling up. If
I
this
came
keeps
out of
up,
curiosity.
all our profits are just
Some of
going
these
to keep
specs.
flying.
Impressive.
I know, but she's been with us for ages.
We got a business to run. No time for sentiment.
Well, I do like the ships we're looking at.
This is a bit of an odd thing.
It is good to be back in our own ship.
See it. Maybe I should have only done the passenger one. I had a struggle doing the passenger one, but... Yeah, this is, the ship's probably not gonna go well. Alright, what to the lot we go?
still getting used to this place. It does not quite feel like home, but hopefully someday.
Useful to you aboard your ship than idling here.
I'm expecting hope my employees don't give you too much trouble. Good to hear. I figured as much. See, I just finished looking over the final design they sent over before you arrived. I've got to say, it's certainly interesting. They managed to cram just about everything they could into it. Honestly, I don't think it ever occurred to me to do something like that. I'll be honest with you. This is the most expensive ship we've ever made. But I'm confident we can set a price point to make it work. I'll be happy to make it my new personal ship. Additionally, I want you to have one of the first off the assembly line for all of your hard work. Feel free to pick it up at the Star Yard. Thanks again.
Good luck out there on the fringe.
Oh yeah, this is what I was hoping for. I was hoping we get a free ship. Let's see. Oh, that's... So what, do we just collect your new ship? This is what I was hoping for. You know, like, hoping we would get a free ship out of this. Thank God. So I can't wait to see this monstrosity. It sounds like this thing is massive, but I'm not even sure if I'm gonna have like the actual... I can't even have the skill to pilot it if it's as big as they think it is. Is that it right there? That's it. That's the ship, and oh my God, it's massive. So how do I get to it? Did I have to like dock with it? I'm assuming I had to dock with it. Kepler R. Look at it. Am I even going to be able to... Board. Oh my God, look at this thing. It is ridiculous. I don't even have the pilot level for it. I don't have the level for this thing. I can't even fly it. It's wonderful. I don't have the fucking level to pilot the damn thing.
Will we be taking?
Look at it, it's massive. I mean, I would say maybe it's the biggest ship ever, but like, look at it. I'm like, look how many fuel tanks it has on it. Like, thing is a monster. I don't even have the proper level to pilot the damn thing yet. Well. I guess we'll call it right here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for so much for coming to watching the video and joining me on this, and just, you know, watching me continue on this adventure through the Starfield. So yeah, that's it. See you all on the next one. Bye bye.